Hey, what's going on, guys? I've been scraping really numerous websites on this channel and provided really lots of tutorials, but I've never been scraping something for my own purposes, for my own self, for my own usage basically. And like for those of you who at least seen the trailer of the CodeMonkey Kings channel, you probably know that I'm a learner Qigong and Qigong practitioner, and I did practice some traditional Wushu in the past. And recently I've started to learn Daoyin Yanshan Gun system, which is the very famous Chinese healing practice and self-development practice. And I found this nice little site, daoyinyanshangun.org.uk here, that contains very reasonable PDF documents. So let me just try to navigate to show you one of them. So these PDF documents actually explain some kind of documentation regarding the form sets of the Daoyin Yanshan Gun Qigong system, and it's really interesting to have this English translation from the Chinese origins actually, and these PDFs are really valuable to me, so I would like to scrape all of them basically and to read them in my spare time to improve my understanding of the inner work within this Daoyin Yanshan Gun system. So the trivial way of doing things would be just navigate to each one and try to right click and just save as and just save as PDF, but we can automate this process using Python. So in this video I will show you how to make this using the Requests and BeautifulSoup libraries quite pretty easily. So if you're interested, let's actually start writing some code. So here I've created a new project. By saying project, I mean I've just created a new folder containing the source code, this scrape.py, and also I've created the folder to store my PDFs. Now it's empty at the moment, and here is the source file. So the very first thing to consider, I would like to provide a little header explaining what in particular this code is going to be doing. So I would say like script to scrape PDF documents from, and now let me provide this sort of a link here. Okay, and also I want to put a little signature here by simply saying kind of by and CodeMonkey King, and this is me for those of you who don't know yet, that I'm also known as CodeMonkey King. Okay, and yeah, this would be better. So as far as we got our nice little header, we can already kind of start writing the actual code. Okay, so the very first thing to consider, we need to import a couple of packages, just packages, and I would like to say import requests, and this is needed in order to be able to make outgoing HTTP requests. And also I would like to say from PS4 import BeautifulSoup, and BeautifulSoup is needed to parse the HTML response from that GET request that we're supposed to be doing and trying to extract the links to crawl the PDF documents. Okay, and now let's specify the target URL. If I missed some packages, I would add them. Just quite a bit later, if any. So URL would be equal to the URL we've just been through. And now we need to make HTTP GET request to the target URL. Okay, and I would like to create the response object that would be equal requests.get, and here I specify the URL we've just initialized here. And now I would like to parse the content, so I'm creating the content variable that would be equal to BeautifulSoup, and the first argument would be the response.text, so just the bare textual response, the bare HTML code. And also the second argument is intended to specify the parser we're supposed to be using in order to parse our response. So you could have used HTML parser optionally, but I personally prefer LXML. And also you need to install requests, BeautifulSoup and XML, in order to actually being able to run this code, and I will show you just right in a moment how to do this. So if we just open the terminal in the current working directory, and so if you're on Windows, you probably need to say just like pip install and requests and then BeautifulSoup and so on, but I'm on Linux. I have multiple pips installed, so I'm specifying pip3, and also I need to provide the sudo command to obtain the super user rights. So now after entering the super user password, it would just now tell me that I already have the request installed, obviously, because that's one of my working libraries. And then in order to, so I'm just showing you how to do this. So then in order to install the BeautifulSoup, you just need to say install bs4, this like. Okay, and obviously I get this installed as well. And finally install LXML, just to obtain this kind of pretty fast parser. So from now on we can actually try to run our code. So by simply typing Python 3 and scrape.py, let's have a look what we got here. Okay, so we didn't yet print anything, so we just did parse this content. So now I guess it's time to extract data from to extract all the URLs data. So let's kind of try to do this. So extract URLs, and not the URLs, all the URLs, but actually only PDF URLs, or extract URLs containing referencing PDF documents, this like. So a reference. Oh my god, did I spell reference incorrect? Hold on a sec. Okay, I'm sorry for this little typo here. Okay, I'm not sure if all the HTML tags have this hrefs element. So well, let's try to print them first. So let's try to print, and no, it's better to just store them. So I mean, I just tried this in the terminal before recording this video and then got some errors there. So let me just probably try to reproduce those errors in order to let you know how to solve them actually. So let's first create this PDF URLs variable, and we say content dot find all, and here we would have we're looking for A tags, and I'm not really specifying any sort of attributes like classes or IDs or whatever, because we don't really have them. We have the bare hrefs, and we would be distinguishing them by the availability of the .pdf string within the href. So this is how we're supposed to be distinguishing only only this sort of links, and we don't really need this sort of links or this kind of links as well. So we just don't need them. We just need this links. That's kind of it. So because otherwise there won't be any PDFs available, but just the bare HTML pages or some web resources. Okay, so now let me just try to. So if I just print this PDF URLs, so let me just show you this. It would have printed the entire tags here. So here we got the entire tags available. I'm not really sure why he also prints some P tags. Well, maybe just because they are the part of the A tags. And the problem here, so if say I would have used the list comprehension to get only the href, so I would like to say I would say like your URL, and I want to reference the href attribute for URL in content final. In this case I would probably get an error, right? Yeah, because not all the A tags seem to have the href attribute, and you might wonder why this is happening. Well, things happen, that's what I want to say. So we won't be using the list comprehension, which is the short and nice way of doing things, but instead we'll use good old for loop. So I just leave this this kind of selector as is, and I would like to say loop over links over all URLs, and so, well, actually let's call this all URLs, and also before this I want to init PDF URLs. So let's create a variable PDF URLs, and it would be equal just to the empty list. So we would be able to append the data that we need to this sort of list. So we would have appended only those that have hrefs and that exactly have the .pdf string within the hrefs. So okay, let me just scroll the screen a bit. So here I can simply say for URL in all URLs, just like so. I want to try to let's just print URL and the hrefs and accept, and we just pass the exception because we don't really need that. So let's gonna try run this again, and now you see like we got all the available URLs here, but you see like this one like PHP, but we don't need that. We just need the PDFs actually, and this is PDF, so we just need to extract only PDFs. And in order to do this, we can add another condition. So I would like to say if just PDF in URL and hrefs. So only in this case I would like to print this sort of a PDF. Okay, and you know, like I just thought that yeah, obviously we could have actually add this links to populate the PDF's URL, but we don't actually really need this because we can provide our crawling and our crawling logic right over in here within this loop. So let me just probably kind of try to get rid of this in PDF. So here instead, so okay, I just want to provide some commentary. So here, try URLs containing hrefs attribute, and here I would like to say skip all the other URLs. Okay, and here pick up only those URLs containing PDF within hrefs attribute, this like. So it's a little bit too long commentary, but I hope you forgive me this, guys. Or I can optionally make it a multi-line commentary, this like. So now the next thing to consider, we actually need to make HTTP GET request to fetch PDF bytes. And please know that so before this we were dealing with the response.text, which gave us the HTML string return, but now we would be making use of the response.content, which would bring us the bare bytes. And just before that, I just want to print the response.text just to show you guys of, so just skip this for a while, just to show you that the response object actually contains this textual data, and don't shuffle this with the parsed content, even though it looks like the same still. So this is the string, so if I just say like type and this like, so it would have given me a class of string. Okay, while if I just try to do the same but but here after Oh, sorry, it's what's kind of right over in here. So, but if I just so here I just did print the type of response.text, but if I just try to print the type of the content, it would give me something like BeautifulSoup element class. Yeah, so like BeautifulSoup element, BeautifulSoup class, PS4 BeautifulSoup. Okay, so just to distinguish those guys, and okay, so now we need to create. Let's say PDF response, and it would be equal to requests.get, and URL is a parameter here, so already only those URLs that actually have some PDF within them. So, and now I just want to print PDF response.content, and this would give me the bare bytes in return. And okay, I'm just wondering, so probably I got some exceptions, so let's see what is wrong there. So so something is going wrong there. Just want to see. Okay, unsupported operand type for string and integer. Oh. Okay, I'm just wondering, I'm not using any minus here. I'm not doing any actions on string and integer, so okay, let me just try to get rid of this and try to print. Oh, yeah. So if I was trying to make a request to URL, which is a tag, right? So probably, I need to specify. Sorry guys, I probably need to specify here URL href. Yeah, obviously. Okay, so this is gonna work now. Href is given an error. Okay, I'm just wondering. Okay, it also seems to have some invalid links, so we need to join the base URL. Okay, so that's another thing to consider. So now, like, probably, yeah, before making any responses, I would probably like to print actually the URL href. Okay, so I'm just wondering, it has some errors. This is really strange. Oh, so some of them don't have. So okay, let's enclose this within another try except, or optionally. Okay, so probably just another to avoid duplicating this. Okay, so let's actually slightly switch their places here. So I will make this try except here. Okay, so okay, let's try this again. Oh yeah, we couldn't do this, so sorry guys. So yeah, we actually really need to do this twice. So try. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I was thinking that I could have distinguished between these errors, but this doesn't really matter that much. So okay, let's try it again. You kidding me, man? Again, it's reference error. I'm just wondering. Oh, hold on a sec. this is happening just when we can't reach this one. So yeah, no need for this additional try except. So yeah, so we can just don't care about that. We don't need to care about that really. So now let's actually try to. Okay, so some do have HTTPS. So I would now like to say if let's say HTTPS not in URL and hrefs. In this case, so I would probably like to create the PDF URL here. Okay, this like so. In this case, we would like to say PDF URL equals, and I just want to append this base URL, copy, paste, plus URL hrefs. And in all the other cases, so just don't need this for now, else PDF URL would be equal to just the bare URL hrefs for the first two cases actually. Okay, so well, within Scrapy this might be done really easily because Scrapy has the response follow option for this sort of stuff, but it's still kind of too easy task for the Scrapy framework. So just in order to avoid those complications, I'm using request and BeautifulSoup. So let's print our PDF URL. Now this should work, I hope. Okay, so now we need the valid links all along the way. Perfect. So let's add some commentaries also. So okay, so here we initialize PDF URL and here we append base URL if no HTTPS available in URL, and here we use raw, let's say that a bare URL, otherwise, maybe even better to say otherwise use bare URL. Okay, and also just first I would like to break after the very first iteration here, so just want to check this break statement. So let's print this PDF URL one more time. Okay, so just to avoid torturing at the target site just for a while, and now I just want to have a look at the raw bytes available. So here, like I was already explaining, we have the raw bytes, and if we just have a look at the type of this sort of a content, response.content object, PDF response.content, we would have the class bytes. And we just the very last thing, last but not least, is we actually need to write these bytes to the disk, and that's kind of it. So in order to do this, you simply need to say here, like so, let's say write PDF to local file. Okay, and I'm using with open, I'm saying with open, and okay, now it also would have been nice to, so wait, hold on a sec, before anything else I want to extract the file name. So extract file name, PDF file name. So let's print response.ua URL. Okay, actually not the response, but PDF response URL. So okay, and so I just want to split this by okay, it also seems to have some empty spaces here. Okay, so I want to split this by slash here. So well, actually, well, let's keep it response URL. I could have also used this URL reference, but just for clarity I will use response URL to make sure that we're working with a response object. So dot split and split by slash and use the very last element, and I just want to replace all the empty spaces with, say, underscores. Okay, so let's try to see what we got in return here. Okay, so is this not hold on a sec, I'm just wondering, is this not a space, or maybe this is actually okay? So let's not do any replacement here. So if it would be able to write the file, we'll see this. If not, we'll just make use of that as well. Also, I could have, well, okay, let me just quickly check this. So Python 3, I just want to invoke Python interpreter interactive shell to check out one little thing here. So if I say from URL lib dot request import unquote, right, and try to unquote and actually this part, well, this is strange. It seems to be like it does really have the spaces. So well, okay, let's import this right over here as well. So I say from URL lib dot request import unquote, okay, and here we'll say unquote response URL, and then we can split this. Okay, and now let's have a look how it looks like. Oh my god. Okay, now it's been printed with the empty spaces, so we can say simply replace and replace the empty space with the underscore. Okay, now like the file name, now it's much better, because otherwise with this sort of empty spaces it might have it might have gotten an error during try to write a file to the local trying to like during trying to write a file to the local disk, and the path might be wrong there. So I've used this underscores to make sure that the file name and it's treated to be a path as well, so to make sure that it's kind of valid. So now instead of printing this, I just want to assign this value to the file name variable. So file name would be equal this sort of stuff here, and here we would be writing to dot PDF, okay, slash, and then plus and file name, and I hope this should work. And also we need to specify what exactly we want to write to the file stream, and we want to write bytes, this like as file. And now we can simply say f.write and PDF response dot content. This is it. So just the very last commentary here. So here we actually write PDF to local file, save. And now let me just run this again, and I hope to see a single PDF being scraped. and written as the local file there. I'm just wondering why it's lagging so strong here. So okay, here is our PDF. Perfect. Okay, so I've just grabbed the PDF locally. Okay, perfect. So from now on I can drop this, and now I can get rid of this break statement, and I also don't need to kind of print anything here, but also I can avoid, I can just mute this error as well. So this is it, I guess. So this should have already scraped all the PDFs. So I hold my breath and try to run this again, and let's have a look for this. Let's try to see how the scraped files appear in here. But I'm just wondering, why did it scrape only 2 files? This is a bit strange. So okay, probably it was too early to kind of get rid of this error handling. So let's try to read what's kind of happening there. Okay, invalid URL. Okay, no schema supplied. I'm just, hold on a sec. Oh, not URL reference, but this PDF URL that we've just created. And also let's kind of add some debugging information here. So let's print like HTTP get, and let's specify the URL. Okay, and also print this right over in here. But here PDF URL instead. So just to be aware of what kind of file we're scraping now. So where the crawler is currently at, basically. So okay, scraping the initial page, and then scraping the first document, the second document, third document. Okay, and you see like these files appearing in the target directory where I'm storing them. So from now on I would be able to research all of these documents locally, and this is really fantastic. Okay. Yeah, just perfect. Okay. Yeah, this reference error, but doesn't matter. So yeah, now we can actually finally mute this error, so we don't need this anymore. Save, and this is the source code that I would have published on GitHub to share with you guys. So this is it for this tutorial. I hope you learned something interesting out of watching it, and thanks for watching basically. So until the next time, take care.